Hello friends, my name is Vijay, and in last video we have seen these different type of selectors. Now we will learn these selectors in more details with some real code, and also we will check the output on browser. In this video we will cover only these three selectors: element selector, ID selectors and class selectors. So let's jump to the our code editor. So this is our code editor. Here we have a HTML file and one style.css file. I have imported this style sheet inside the head section of this HTML. And here we have some HTML elements like H2 heading element, paragraph element, section and anchor element. So let's see, our first type selector is element selector, where you select the elements by the name. So let's see how we will select these elements by name. Suppose I have to select these elements: H2 paragraph, section and anchor. So first start with the heading H2 tag. Here we write the name of the element, and here we write the set of rules which we want to apply on this element. So suppose I have to give the font size, so 18 pixel, color suppose give it to green, and same as I have to select paragraph tag, then write the name of paragraph tag and write the some CSS property for this, like font size, color, same as we can define the CSS rule for section and anchor. For section we can write, for section we can give some other properties like width, height and border 1 pixel, solid, and the color just give it to blue. You can also write the hexa color code instead of the color name. Same as we can select the anchor element, and we can write the some property for this like font size 16 pixel and color it's a blue, and also we can give the text decoration, it's underlined so it can be easily identified as a hyperlink. So we have written some CSS rules for these elements with the name, H2, paragraph, section and anchor. So let's see into the browser. Here you can see our H2 heading tag with the font size and the color green, and the paragraph with the color of gray, and the section with the width and height of 200 pixel, and the last one is hyperlink with blue color and the font size 14 pixel. So let's move to the next type of selector, that is ID. For the ID selector we have to add the ID attribute on the HTML element. Like here I am giving the ID attribute with the name of heading. Same as I can give the ID attribute on the paragraph tag with the name of paragraph. Same as we can give the ID for other elements. ID, it's a section. In the ID you can give any unique name. For the ID you have to remember the one thing: when you are giving the one ID to one element, then you cannot repeat this ID name with other elements. Means one ID should be used for one element. So here give the ID is anchor. So let's see how we can select the ID. Friends, for the ID we write this ID name with the has keyword. So let's see, here I have given the ID is heading for this H2. So here I am removing the element name. Instead of I am writing the heading name with the has keyword. When you give the ID on any element, then you select this ID with the has keyword and then your ID name. Same as we can select the other elements. It's a paragraph. Let's check the spelling of paragraph here. Paragraphs is correct. Okay. Here we have given the section ID. Section. And next is anchor. Let's save this file and go to our browser to check the changes. Here you can see now the styling has been applied with the ID keyword. If you want to check your styling has been applied on this, it's coming with the ID or element name, then you can open the developer tool to inspect this element, or you can press the shortcut keyword is F12. Here you can see your elements H2, paragraph, section, anchor. You can select your element with this arrow. Suppose I have to select the heading tag, then you can see it has been selected here, and on the right side you can see your ID selector with the CSS property name. Same as you can select the paragraph, you can see the paragraph property, section, you can see the styling of section, same as for the anchor. So friend, by the ID attribute you can also select the attributes. So let's move to the next type of selectors is class. When you are defining the ID attribute on the HTML element, then one thing you should remember: when you are defining the rule set for the ID, That means you are defining the CSS rules for only particular single element. This CSS properties you cannot apply on other elements because every element has its unique ID. You cannot give the same ID to different elements. So in this case, if you are giving the ID on these elements, so you have to write the CSS for each and every element. You cannot reuse these CSS rules for other elements. So let's move our next type of selector. It's a class. So for the class, we have to add the class attribute on the HTML elements. Same as ID attribute, you can add the class attribute on the element. Here we can give the class name. For this h2 tag, I am giving the name is a heading 2. Same as give the class name. For paragraph, it's para, and for section, class name is section class. For the anchor, give the hyper. You can give the any name for the class. So the class name should be appropriate with the content which are defining inside this element. So let's see in CSS. It's a heading 2. For the ID, you use the has keyword, and for the class we use the dot instead of has. So remove this heading ID. Here I am giving the class name, and you have to add dot in the starting of this class name. So here you are selecting the class name with the dot and the class name. Same as we can do here, dot and para. Para is our class name. Same is our section class. And the hyper. Let's see into the browser. Here you can see the styling is still applying on the elements. So let's see. I am selecting the h2 tag. Here you can see our class name heading 2 with the CSS property, same as paragraph with the para class, and the font size and color same as other elements with the class name. So friends, in the real world of the development, 80-90% we use the class name for the elements to apply the styling, because we can apply the same class name on multiple elements. How? Let's see. Suppose I am using this heading 2 class name and giving to other elements. So here I have given the same class for all elements, and this class has two property, font size and color green. So let's see into the browser what the impact has done. Refresh the page, and here you can see our H2 paragraph, section and hyperlink, all the elements containing the same CSS properties, because all elements has the same class name with the same property. So this is the big advantage of the using the class selectors. So you can apply the one class name on multiple elements. So you will not have to write the CSS properties multiple times for different elements. We have seen these 3 type selectors in this video. So rest of selectors we will see in next video. So see you in next lecture.